introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The quarterback on the
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. operating from the gun. Beach. Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Beach. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw on second down. Beach. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on third down. Beach. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He was 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
The ball carrier,
Benny LeMay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Deontay Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Get the ball.
Looking to throw. Beach on the screen. This is Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
He finds Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57. Mike, 57. Time to go, night. 57 to Mike. Mike, 57.
From the gun, Beach. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Eric Ebron.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Back back to the air on second down. Beach eluding the pressure right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On the draw play, Coleman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
To throw on second down, Beach. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44, 20, 10. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown, Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Check three.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. A final shot before break. Beach. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Raiders set to kick off.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Connor. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Running left, Coleman on the toss. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Beach. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Pick up on the play. First down, Bengals.
This is Mixon on the draw. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Tate's got it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Auden Tate, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals add on to their lead. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to keep it again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Beach. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Being chased out left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Drew Sample, 27 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Working with a 2nd and 4. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Third down. And 4 yards to go.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
46-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that will be incomplete. He tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to go up top again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Jalen Samuels. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down. Beach, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Beach eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Beach, and he finds McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Making it happen, Captain. Making it happen.
And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the